My name is Andrei. I want to tell you a story about me, my brother, and a friend. This story, it changed me. I don't think I'm the same person anymore. It happened back in the summer of the 90s. That was the summer our friend went missing. At first I thought it was all a joke. Some creepy board game, like Snakes and Ladders, just with a weird twist. The game had one rule: always finish. The day Sarah went missing, I made a stupid joke. Said maybe the game had rules you weren't allowed to break. Then I rolled the dice. My brother did too. After that, we left her house and went into the woods. When we found the dice, it was hers, no doubt about it. Same markings, same feel, like it was waiting. We figured she might still be out there, lost in the trees. So we kept going, calling out. Time passed, more than we realized. The woods started to feel wrong. Not darker, just different. The paths didn't look natural anymore, like they were shaped subtly by something else. And then we saw her, Sarah, standing in the distance. We tried to run to her, but it was like no matter how hard we pushed, we couldn't get closer. Like something was folding the world in on itself. That's when it hit me. We were inside the game, the same one we played that night. But it wasn't just a board anymore. The trees, the paths, they were laid out in hidden squares, like tiles you couldn't see unless you really paid attention. A giant map, a twisted version of the game. I told my brother, every square in the game must represent a real space, like 100 meters by 100 meters. If we moved wrong, we'd land in the wrong place. To test it, we rolled again. Same number. Landed in the same spot. That's when I knew we were still playing, still in it. And then we saw it. Near Sarah, standing in front of a worn-down stone house, was her. The woman from the board. Scarred face, hunched over, holding that headless wooden baby, just staring at Sarah, like she was waiting. But Sarah wasn't moving. She wasn't trapped on a snake square. She was just too close. And her dice, it was gone. Probably dropped it when she panicked. Either way, she couldn't move. She couldn't finish. That's why she's stuck there. I turned to my brother. I think I figured out how this place works. I told him, if we land on that house, like on the board, we're done. I tried to joke. I always do when I'm scared. Let's play the game, bro, I said. Let's try to save that crybaby before we get eaten. I know we've probably been missing for days now. Maybe longer. Nobody's coming for us. Not yet. So yeah, maybe we've got to play this thing to the end. I looked at my brother. He looked back at me. We were both scared. Dry throats. Shaky laughs. But deep down, we understood. There's only one way out. Let's roll, I said. Just hope we hit a 3 or more. And then we reached Sarah. She was crying. Not loud, just this shaky, breathless sobbing, like she was trying not to fall apart. The woman stood behind her, and she laughed. That dry, splintered kind of laugh. Then she held up her wooden baby and muttered something in French. We couldn't understand a word. My brother stepped forward. "Sarah," he said, "get a hold of yourself." Then he looked her dead in the eyes. "You didn't finish the game, did you?" She nodded. "We need to finish this game," I said. "No matter what, you've been missing for a week now." I tried to lighten the mood. "Hell, maybe we've only been gone a day or two. Time's weird in this place." I reached into my pocket. "Here's your dice, Sarah. Me and Aunt Anthony, we've got 2 squares left. You just need to roll a 2 or more. Don't you dare land a 1. I paused. "God knows what'll happen if you do." Sarah looked down, thinking. "I remember I landed on a 6 before I went to sleep," she said. "I counted the squares. If I'm right, I've still got 2 more to go." Then she added, "Every time I try to move past that woman, she steps in front of me, like she's guarding the space." I turned to my brother. "Oh, hell no," I said. "This is exactly how horror movie heroes fall. I lure her over here. You and Sarah run straight through. Don't stop." I pointed into the distance. "If you didn't notice, that slick guy without the boots. The one holding a timepiece. I think it's a timer." I turned back to Sarah. "How long have you been here?" 3 hours, maybe 4. We don't have much time." I took a deep breath, let out a nervous laugh. "All right, let's go." I cupped my hands and yelled, "Hey, mugface. You look like you chew on wood and still can't find a tampon." The woman's head snapped toward me. I bolted left, curving through the grid as fast as I could. Didn't look back. Just ran. I think they made it. I didn't see them pass, but something told me they did. Good. Kept moving. Adrenaline flooding me so hard I couldn't even hear myself anymore. That's when I saw them. My brother and Sarah screaming at me, but I couldn't hear the words. Just saw the panic in their faces. Then I turned. The barefoot man was coming. He was closer than before. Too close. I ran harder. I screamed so loud my throat tore open. "Mama." Somehow, I crossed the house. I felt something shift. Like the pressure in the air popped. And the barefoot man, he stopped. Then stepped back, smiling. "You've made it to the edge. Thank you for walking with me this far. If the shadows whispered something you liked, stay close. There's more. Always more. Let your silence echo back. Perhaps a nod, a mark beneath the veil. Until next time."